You won't always make money in the cash flow machine is the concept of this next video. Now, why do I start out with that crazy headline? You won't always make money. Well, it's a little bit deceiving. Remember, this is a system that's different than anything you've probably ever seen or heard of, because we don't really care that much, I put care in quotes, if the stock goes up or the stock goes down. Ideally, we want the stock to stay the same or slightly go up or go up a little bit over time, because that ensures that we collect the juice every week. Remember, we're just after collecting the juice, collecting the juice, collecting the juice, collecting that rent. And so if the stocks keep going up or they stay the same, we're good. If the stocks go down a little, we're also good. If the stock goes down too much, then we've got to make some trade adjustments and we're in trouble. So you won't always make money, right? You won't always look at the screen and make money. Although you might start feeling like you should be making money, because you're going to get in the habit of making money, especially if you start out really well. Like if you start out in a green market, you buy the stock at the right spot, it moves up slightly over time, the market goes green and it's green for 6 weeks, you're going to feel like the king. So let's talk about you won't always make money. Because this is what I've noticed a lot of people go through. It's a mental thing in the cash flow machine. So these things will happen to you. So get ready. I guarantee you at some point in your trading career using the cash flow machine, which hopefully you'll use for the rest of your life now because it's the best thing I've ever seen, you're going to see or experience these things. So first of all, you're going to have a day or weeks where you'll say, hey, the stock went up, but my account says that I lost money. How is that possible? And it's going to drive you crazy. It's going to be like frustrating. You're going to be like, that's impossible. The stock went up, but my account still shows that I'm going down. Well, first of all, ignore the accounting on your screen because it's probably wrong. And we have other videos to talk about that. You're going to have days or weeks where you're going to say, hey, the stock went down. My account says that I made money. Or I had days or weeks where the stock went down, but my account says I lost money. So how is that possible? And then you're going to have periods of times where it seems like you are Superman and you always make money. Like no matter what you do, your account goes up and you can do no wrong and you're feeling great about yourself and you're beating your chest, and that's the worst thing that can happen in the market because it starts to creep in all these other greedy things that are not good for trading. But we don't have that much of a risk in the cash flow machine about that. But you are going to have periods of time where you're like, wow, my account goes up every week. This is great. This is what it was supposed to do. And it's always doing that. Trust me, over time, that stored value is building. And so you're going to get an increase over time. As long as the stock doesn't go out of business or go down drastically, of course. You know that by now, right? So here's the cash flow machine over time. Here's some statistics. And these are rough statistics, but they're statistics that I've been keeping track of over time. And they're just my own personal statistics. So they could probably maybe be a little bit different for yours. But in general, here's what I've experienced. The cash flow machine makes money about 80% of the time. Let's go back to the premise of options. So it's a well-known axiom on Wall Street that options expire worthless 80% of the time. Well, that actually makes sense in the cash flow machine because we're on the other side of that trade, and that means we make money 80% of the time. Now, that's over time. It's not like every trade. It's over time. So statistically, we make money about 80% of the time. That leads to some problems, and I'll talk to you about those in a second. Therefore, if we make money 80% of the time, we lose money 20% of the time. Lose is in quotes because we're not actually losing money. Remember, we're just trying to get the juice. Now, here's what's going to happen. Since you're going to have such a high success rate, or you probably will have a high success rate, you're going to get spoiled. Don't get spoiled. Don't think that this is so easy and that everybody should be doing it, because it's not for everybody. It's for you. But it's only for you if you understand that this is how it works. So don't get spoiled. Don't think, oh, this is supposed to be awesome. I make money 80% of the time, and so I'm always going to make money, because there's going to be times where you don't. And those are frustrating times because of the 80%. The key to this whole system is that over time is how it works. Remember, we're trying to hit singles. We're trying to get on base. We're renting our stocks. We're getting a little bit of juice every week. We're trying to protect our account primarily first and getting a little bit of juice, creating income and protection. So here's what I've noticed. 60% of your days are going to be winners. And you say, well, Mark, I don't understand. How can I be making money 80% of the time, but 60% of my days are winners? Well, because 40% of your days are going to be losers. That's going to take away from your winners. Now, over time, you're going to be making money. But there are certain times where your 40% of your days are going to be, you're going to have a bunch of losses in a row and you're going to be frustrated. So that's just what I've noticed. 70% of your weeks, however, will be winners and 30% of your weeks will be losers. So remember, just from the day to the week, we got an improvement in statistics. And from the week to the overtime, long periods of time, we're going to get another improvement for statistics. So the longer you're hanging in the stock, in the cash flow machine, the more success over time you're going to be amassing. That's my prediction. That's what I think happens. Is it a guarantee? Heck no, it's not a guarantee. But I've just been doing this for a long time, and we're being conservative. If you don't start swinging for the fences and trying to buy out of the money or sell out of the money calls and do crazy stuff, if you stick to the system, these are the statistics that I've noticed in my accounts. So remember the goal, everybody. Remember the goal for you is to collect the juice. That's it. That's it. Don't think the goal is for us to buy a stock and buy the option so that we can make a bunch of money. That's not what the cash flow machine is about. That's a different thing, right? Our goal is to collect the juice. So here's the cash flow machine and how it stacks up to normal trading, just so you can get an idea in case either you haven't done normal trading or you've forgotten about normal trading. First of all, normal trading is you buy a stock or an option and you hope, keyword hope, it goes up, right? You've done your calculations and your research and Kramer says that it's going to go up and the market makers all say this and they put a target price, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the day, nobody knows anything and you hope it's going to go up. Cash flow machine says we collect the juice over and over. Normal trading says you pay to take risk. So when you buy a stock, you're risking your money. There's no risk management built into buying a stock. But in the cash flow machine, what you do is you let the gamblers, those are the option buyers out there, pay you. You sell them the right to buy your stock. You let them pay you. It's got a built-in risk management. We'll talk about that in just a second. Normal trading, you got about a 50% chance of making money. Look, when you buy a stock, there's a guy on the other side of the trade that's thinking they're selling it to you, right? So you got one person that's smart, you, and you got another person that's smart, probably with a lot more money on the other side, somebody else that's selling it. Who's right? 50-50. It's all what happens after the trade is where you make money. So you got to have some risk parameters on normal trading or any trading. We have ours built in. In the cash flow machine, I just told you have an 80% chance of making money because options expire worthless and we're on the other side of those options. And so just by the law of deduction, 20% of the time we're going to lose money, but 80% of the time we're going to make money. I'll take those odds all day long in the stock market because 50% chance is my other alternative, right? In normal trading, you always have to keep an eye on your risk. In fact, in any trading, you have to keep an eye on your risk. But because the cash flow machine is built this way, it's got risk management built right in. As soon as we buy the base position, we're selling something against it. We're creating risk management parameters against it. We're creating income against it. We're reducing our basis. Our risk management parameters are built in. It's a cool system. So cash flow machine, to kind of summarize, is an overtime system. Now here's what's going to happen. You're going to get really bored. You're going to be like, oh my God, 1% to 2%, 3%, so boring. And I can't like get in there and I day trade and buy a stock and sell a stock and it's really exciting. You're going to get bored. And when you get bored, you're going to get antsy because your brain is creative. And so your boredom is going to turn your brain into some creative machine. And you're going to go, well, why wouldn't I just do this? And why wouldn't I do that? And why wouldn't I buy a put? And shouldn't I, go out of the money? And you're going to start getting creative and you're going to not want to stick to the system. And when that happens, you got to be disciplined to say, nope, this is a system that over time works. And I'm going to stick with it because compounding it over time, the numbers are stupid. And when the numbers are stupid, that's going to go into your pocket over time. So don't get creative. Avoid the need to get creative or antsy or bored, okay? Now, you're going to get used to your account to go up. You're going to watch that account going up. You're going to get used to that. You're going to be turning on your computer. You're going to almost get addicted to it. And you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be watching this. This is a system where you only need to watch it like 20 minutes a week. But you're going to want it to go up more. You're going to be like, well, maybe I can tweak it. Maybe I can do this to it. And you may be upset when your account doesn't seem to go up. And you're going to be frustrated with the account value on your screen because it's going to seem sometimes like the account should be going up, but it's not showing that it's going up. And that is a problem with the accounting from your brokerage firm on this system. I have other videos that talk about that. And so the accounting is crazy. Ignore the accounting. You're in this for the juice. You're in it for the juice. So don't get spoiled. After all, it is the stock market, and the stocks are going to go up and the stocks are going to go down, and your account's going to go up and your account's going to go down. But if you just keep remembering it's an overtime system, over time you're going to make money, because all we're doing is squeezing the juice.
Hi, Mark Yagi here, wealth architect and author of this book on my covered call investing system called the Cash Flow Machine. Listen, what you just saw is just one part of creating reliable income of 2 to 4% a month from the stock market. But you know, if it were that easy, then everyone would do it, right? If you want to learn how I create investment income the right way, then you need to learn and have a system with rules and what-if strategies so that you can learn what I do when the market goes against me, what I do when the stock goes against me, how to adjust my trade so that it's always in a winning position, how much to risk, how to build a multi-million-dollar portfolio that creates income of $10,000, $20,000, or $30,000 a month in semi-passive income. And best of all, the whole cash flow machine system takes less than an hour a week to implement. Just go to cashflowmachine.io to learn more, or click this link for more videos, masterclasses, and free resources. See you there.